Hello, welcome back to PvP. We've got a brand new series. Not necessarily anything we've done before, but think of it BuzzFeed wise. So it's a top 10 list kind of deal. But it's going to be the 90s versus the noughties in the films of the 1990s versus the films of the 2000s. First of all being the year 1990 and the year 2000.
What a shocker.
So we're going off the IMDb popularity for all the films released of those years. You're the oldest in terms of films and your physical age.
Thanks,
you're
thanks for dropping that
in. So, your number one 1990s, what you got for us?
I reckon I have a better film than you.
Oh, I don't know, I've got a pretty good one.
Goodfellas.
No, it's not better than that. Okay. Goodfellas, classic gangster.
Gangster film.
Yeah,
that was a different version.
Mob film. My number one, though, was Gladiator.
It's a good film.
It's a banging film. I watched it not too long ago, honestly, and it still holds up. Really, really good.
I would give it to the Scorsese masterpiece. Goodfellas, though. Me personally, but this is also
I would
year.
agree because it is amazing.
Out of interest, how much money did Gladiator make?
It grossed $187.71 million.
All right. What's your number two film?
What did Goodfellas get?
46.84 million.
Oh damn! Wow. I mean, to be fair, though, Gladiator was a big deal when that came out. I remember
people didn't have as much money back in the 1990s.
It wasn't the Depression. Like, people still had disposable cash to go and see films.
Probably more so.
Yeah, maybe. But speaking of hype, though, there's my number two is one of the all-time greats, I guess, in a way.
Oh.
It's XMen, the original XMen film. And I can't imagine that your number two would be better than XMen.
I beg to differ, Dan. It's not. The Handmaid's Tale.
Nope. X-Men's definitely better.
Film I've never seen.
I got a feeling that your number three may have the old advantage, though. Although I like this film, I don't think it's going to be quite there.
It depends how you view it. Pretty Woman.
Okay, again, classic kind of film. It's not my super type of film, but I think it's probably more well received than my number three, which was Unbreakable.
If we'd done this 10 years ago, Pretty Woman's not my cup of tea, but it is like a rom-com I can sit through.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas Unbreakable,
I can tolerate it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But when I watched Unbreakable for the first time, I did not like it. However,
really,
I rewatched it maybe for the third time, leading up to Glass.
Yep.
And it's a lot better than I actually remember.
It is. I think that if X-Men hadn't come out in the same year, sort of trying to establish how superhero films could be made, Unbreakable probably would have been a lot better than it was. Or it would have probably been, in my eyes, I'd have preferred it a lot more. But if you'd have gone, here's Unbreakable, it's a guy, he's, maybe he's super strong, and this other guy, maybe he's a genius, maybe he's a superhero, maybe he's not. And then you've got X-Men, you go, oh no, these are comic book characters. Yeah, we got lasers and flying and knives.
Yeah.
But I think it was fine. I'd still say that Pretty Woman's probably better than it, objectively.
Yeah, I'd say if we did a poll, Pretty Woman would probably come out on top. Both pretty wank.
Pretty wank. What? Okay, well, whatever your number four is, it definitely, and you will agree with this, it definitely does not beat my number four.
I 100% agree.
Okay, what is it? Go on.
Memphis Belle.
Sorry?
Memphis Belle. A film I have never heard of, and it doesn't even have a Metascore.
Oh, good lord. Okay, well, mine's Snatch.
Oh, yeah. Don't even need to discuss that one.
No, it's definitely the winner. And to be fair, though, my number five, again, I'd say is kind of in the same category in terms of how much I really enjoy it.
I bet it's not as good.
Go on.
No, I'll let you finish, but...
No. That's
Total Recall.
Original Total Recall.
Original Total Recall.
Oh, damn.
Mr. Arnie, Sharon Stone.
That is a belting film. However,
Ooh.
American Psycho.
Ah.
Now, for the sheer Schwarzeneggeriness of Total Recall, it's like classic Schwarzenegger. I kind of want to give it to that, but American Psycho, it's Christian Bale at his most mental. And it's a really good film.
I think I'd argue that it's the only film I wouldn't rather have anyone but Christian Bale in it. Every other film he's done, I'd rather have somebody else in there.
But that being said, Total Recall is just one of those sort of like, it's like you try and explain, like you try and pitch that to a studio now, they'd be like, no, not a chance. It's because it's him as well. It just works because he's in it. Okay, my number 6 is one of these ones. It's a classic film in terms of it's like got like a big cult following, and it's very. It's a film that you would have heard of, even though apparently it did not fare well at the box office.
Oh.
Requiem for a Dream.
That's a pretty decent film.
I've never seen it, so I couldn't tell
It's
you.
pretty good. It's not one that you sit there and go, you know what, I really fancy watching. It's a watch it once and go, ah.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Or I did not enjoy that.
Well, what was your number 6 then?
You definitely have lost this. Edward Scissorhands.
Yep, for sure. Edward Scissorhands is a belting film.
Fucking excellent film. But I genuinely fucking love this film.
Yeah, it's a very good film.
Yeah.
Scissorhands, yeah.
7
then, what you got?
Home Alone.
Well, you've won. This is Remember the Titans. It's a film about American football, which I, again, really don't know anything about. So,
how much did it make?
Home Alone, 115 million.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I think, there's no point in going on about that. You've won that for sure. Right, number 8.
I don't even know what this is. Cry Baby.
Never heard of it. Oh, brother,
it's a musical.
where art thou? Again, it's one of those ones that you would have probably not necessarily seen, but you'd know of it for sure.
Well, this has Ricky Lake in, the talk show host.
Yeah. I definitely win. These got actors.
How much did it
not
make?
Chat show hosts. 45 million.
Oh, yeah, 8.
Okay, move on.
You've won this one as well. It depends how you look at it.
Go on.
Godfather Part 3.
No, absolute trash. The worst of the lot of them. This is Memento.
That is a good film.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think there's much point in banging on about that either way, to be honest. But
you've definitely lost the next one.
Definitely, because I've never heard of it before.
Oh, what you got?
Bring It On.
Bring It On's fucking brilliant.
Never heard of it.
Cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good film. It's not as good as She's All That. But She's All That is genuinely one of my favourite fucking...
What's She's All That? It doesn't sound familiar.
And this is Paul Walker's like, Freddie Prinze Jr., you are like the jock of the school. You're going to be prom king. I bet you can't turn Rachel Lee Cook, she's a fucking nerd. She's got glasses on and she paints. Oh, she's disgusting. And then Freddie Prinze Jr.'s like, I'll turn her into prom queen. And he's like, you're on. And then he flirts with her and gets all happy and stuff. And then she takes her glasses off and lets her hair down. And was like, oh my god, look how beautiful she is. And she looks the same.
You've told me about another film, not this one.
Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What, the original live action?
The original live action film.
Well, no, then you lose.
Fuck. What?
You just said that this is a really good film.
Bring It On?
Yeah.
Not as good as Ninja Turtles.
Of course it is.
Is it fucking...
What did it make?
135.27.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's pretty good though, actually. The original.
It's
Turtles.
a really good film.
Again, it's sort of one of these things that's it's made when they didn't really know what to do.
Worked though. Holds up.
Apparently.
I watched this about 2 years ago.
Oh really?
I had, and I still do somewhere, the original soundtrack to this film on vinyl.
Of course, because why not?
It was the turtle rap. It was fucking shite.
Well, there's your top 10s then.
Yeah.
We've so is there anything going through the sort of how many is on this page? 50. Anything from there that you think
Back to the Future?
Which one?
3. It's still
it's
good.
The weakest of the lot, but it's still decent.
Predator 2.
That's pretty good.
RoboCop 2.
Not good.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's not. At least it's not RoboCop 3.
Child's Play 2.
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's got a really bad Metascore, but I did enjoy it. Gremlins 2.
There's a lot of twos in this. There's not a lot of originals.
Darkman. Liam Neeson.
Darkman's pretty good.
Neverending Story.
What, the original?
2.
Oh. Again, you're selling it and then you just... Okay, well, I've got some...
Nikita. That's a good film.
Okay, Nikita, a classic. Yeah. That's a classic. I think that some of the sort of the thereafters on this list is actually... I think that might have taken the 2000s over the edge, to be honest. Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
Great film, brilliant musical. The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not one of his best ones. What else we got? Castaways. Fucking Castaway. Tom Hanks. Charlie's Angels. The reboot of the TV show.
No.
So that also happened for some reason. Final Destination. First Final Destination film.
I would... Yeah, I'll allow it.
The first Scary Movie.
Again, I'll allow it.
That one's good. Everything after that, trash.
I disagree. Scary Movie-wise, abso-fucking-lutely. But that spawns Not Another Teen Movie, which again, I genuinely really like, and is actually based on She's All That.
The Emperor's New Groove. Excellent. The Beach.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Pitch Black.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really
Crouching
good film.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Love it. Erin Brockovich. Julia Roberts.
Did not like
Again,
it, but
not one of mine, but it's one of those that I can appreciate as a classic film.
Yeah.
What else we got? Hollow Man, Kevin Bacon. I love that film. It's got a 24 on Metascore, and I think that's bullshit.
Wow.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh, great film.
It's one of my favourite Jim Carrey films.
Film.
What else we got? Little Nicky. I think that's a... Some people like it, some people don't.
I
thought it was
really
fine.
like that film. I think that's one of Sanders' best films.
Yeah.
By far.
Battle Royale.
no, because it spawned a series of games.
The film is great.
It's pretty good.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Nope.
The Jim Carrey film.
Good casting, shite film.
As it stands right now, I think that your top 10 is better, but I think my top 50 overall may actually be better.
I am perfectly happy to say that this one is a draw.
Sure, that's the exciting conclusion we wanted to the first episode.
Well,
No, nobody wins, which means we may not bothered. But what we're going to do all of the films for 19... Well, not all of them, but we're going to do all the 90s, all the 2000s for films. Then we might have a look at video games. Then we might have a look at comic books, maybe music, something like that. Recipes that came out in the 90s and the 2000s.
yeah.
TV shows, original TV show ideas.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. If you have a look below, then you'll see all the social media stuff that you can have a look at. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's youtube.com/podcast_VSPlayer. You can go to the brand new website, which is www.podcastvsplayer.com or .co.uk. You can check us out on Twitter, which is @podcastvplayer. And I think there's an Instagram link down there as well somewhere. But you mainly go on the website. Everything else is on there. And there's a shop you can buy merch. There's some pretty cool t-shirts that are PvP related and some that aren't PvP related. So if there's anything in there that you like the look of, or it might be a Christmas present.
Christmas present.
A Christmas
Oh,
present.
you shouldn't have. Oh, this is pretty racist. Don't do that.
Well, I wasn't doing an accent, but then you turned it into it, so thanks for that.
I was mocking you.
You're mocking the Chinese or whatever. That's not okay. So it's all on there. Go and have a look. We'll do the next one relatively soon, and that'll be 1991 versus 2001. So, Callum, thanks for joining.
You're welcome. You're always welcome.
I'm glad that we could come to an
amicable
fart of a decision. Thanks very much. Ta-ra.
I said to you, comic book character. Who's the first comic book character that comes into your head?
The Punisher. Oh, the Punisher!
Oh my god.
Oh, Christ, my lungs just collapsed in themselves.